He shot arrows at her, arrows tipped with venom, venom collected by him, for him, and now he shot it at her. This man who claimed to love her, to care for her and their children, to protect them from wolves yet unannounced. Many arrows, and forcefully they were fired. She let them lie at her feet, her head cocking to the side curiously. Why hadn't they pierced her this time? Why were they sent in the first place? Because she had asked about cash, asked for the provisions he couldn't stop talking about providing and yet never discussed. Her disgust grew rapidly. He stared at her vapidly, though blind he was, always had been. He had intentionally removed her from the presence of family and friends. Her spine straightened, eyes narrowed, his presence tiny like a sparrow. In her marrow she could feel the justice he had sought to steal. A lowly coward, he sought power, now a tower was all that remained. His brain, inflamed, or what little remained, tried to tame her with guilt and shame. His will chaotic and spiteful, it only caused her goddess to grow. When chaos was thrown, she caught every blow. It showed on his face, how could he not know? He knew his true place, yet now in disgrace, his place was erased. About fucking face. Where are the wolves when we want them? She wondered. Her answer arose from a place deep inside her. Her housewife cried, her inner child giggled. Her fear fucking lied, her mental belittled everything he tried to do. None of it was getting through. Dressed as a wolf. Yet a sheep, it was true, and she knew. Yet he still blew, he huffed and puffed. Rank breath, weak steps, it wasn't enough. He could only be tough in the face of the weak. Rarely calling his bluff, she had turned every cheek. Far too meek, now too wild. Weaving woman and child, his poison quite mild, her soul was unriled. He defiled what he touched, talked of shit far too much. Now she brushed off that stuff, and remained true and tough. A strengthened tree, her apathy was a gift of pure passion. And he couldn't be what he claimed, yet he tried to cage the spirit inside. She'd beaten the odds and stood clear the winner. Of fits and fighting, the right thing, this brightling brought luminous lightning. Numinous nymph, now ferocious and frightening. Clearest sight, she is the night, he is nevermore. A pitiful plight done away with as the fays gift her galore. Change the rhythm. From her core comes a roar, far too furious to ignore. And just like that, the fool was done for.